Army Recognition is appointed as official online show daily news and web TV for officials news online, including web TV, for Eurosatory 2020, the International Defense and Security Exhibition that will take place in Paris from the 8th to the 12th of June. What topics did particularly draw your attention these last days? Well, as usual, Army Recognition has made a selection among the numerous ones from its website. First, Saudi Arabia expressed an interest in evaluating two models of 155mm towed howitzers designed by the Indian Kalyani Group, which will send them over there. Second, the Philippines Army has purchased Kunduz Amphibious Armored Combat Earthmover from the Turkish company FNSS. Third and last topic, the new Eitan armored fighting vehicle is ready to enter serial production for the Israel Defense Force. The Saudi Army has expressed a keen interest for the Indian Kalyani Group's Barab 52 and Garuda V2 towed howitzers. So Kalyani will send its two 155mm towed howitzer models, the Barab 52 and Garuda V2, for local evaluation later this year. This is a major gain for the Indian private industry. The indigenously developed weapon is manufactured by the company's Bharat Forge, limited subsidiary, and is based on the requirements of the Indian Army. It completed mobility trials at DRDO's Vehicles Research and Development Establishment in 2015 and firing trials at the Ordnance Factory's facility in October 2017. The Barab 52 has successfully completed firing trials in October 2015 and is able to fire up at a range of 41 km. The Barab 52 was presented at DEF Expo 2018 near Chennai during a live demonstration showing its ability to be used in full autonomous condition thanks to the integration of its own diesel engine and electronic steering system. The Turkish FNSS company announced that a Kunduz Amphibious Armored Combat Earthmover has been sold to the Philippines, making it the first South Asian country to import the vehicle. The details of the agreement will be finalized in the next 2 months, and the delivery of the vehicles will start in 2021. New contracts could be signed with the Philippines to import other FNSS defense products. The Kunduz engineered vehicles was developed and produced in less than a 4-year work by FNSS Defense Systems for the Turkish Armed Forces. The contract to develop the armored amphibious bulldozer was signed on March 10th in 2009 between the Ministry of National Defense and FNSS. The vehicle is equipped with daylight camera system, night vision device, multipurpose LED display and air conditioner. Its maximum speed is 45 km per hour. The vehicle is equipped with daylight camera system, night vision systems, multipurpose LED display, and its maximum speed is 45 km per hour. 2 installed pump jets enable the amphibious bulldozer to conduct a 360-degree turning movement in current waters. On the 9th of February, the Israeli Ministry of Defense announced that the new Eitan armored fighting vehicle is ready for serial production. This AFV is an 8x8 vehicle that combines technologies from the Merkava main battle tank and the Namur APC, but at a cheaper price, the Defense Ministry said. The Eitan was developed partially in response to the lesson learned from the 2014 Gaza war and is progressively replacing the IDF's current M113's APCs. The Eitan is intended to give troops higher speed and mobility. It can reach 90 km per hour or 55 miles per hour, as well as better security. It will be fitted with Elbit Systems' Iron Fist light decoupled active protection system. It provides a 360-degree protection coverage for close-range scenarios in both open terrain and urban environments. The selection of the system for the Eitan came on the heels of the decision taken by the US Army to proceed with it for its Bradley IFV. Navy and Army Recognition are appointed as official online show daily news and web TV for DIMDEX Maritime Defense 2020 that will take place in Doha, Qatar, from the 16th to the 18th of March.
For the naval sector, US Navy has received first CMV-22B Osprey tiltrotor aircraft, Damen delivers long-range ocean patrol POLA-Class vessel to Mexican Navy, and US Navy plans to conduct a crucial hypersonic weapons test in the coming months. The US Navy has received the first CMV-22B Osprey built by Bell Textron and Boeing. The CMV-22B Osprey long-range tiltrotor aircraft is the next generation in the family of MV-22B Osprey assault support aircraft, developed by Bell Boeing for the US Marine Corps. The US Navy selected the Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey to replace the C-2A Greyhound fleet for its carrier onboard delivery mission of transporting personnel and high-priority cargo from shore bases to aircraft carrier at sea. The CMV-22B will initially be based at Naval Air Station North Island in San Diego and later at Naval Air Station Norfolk. The Secretariat of Navy of Mexico has held a ceremony marking final acceptance and delivery of the long-range Ocean Patrol class vessel armed with Formado. The POLA-101 is the most technologically advanced vessel in Latin America and will allow the Mexican Navy to carry out missions such as safeguarding Mexican sovereignty, international security cooperation, law enforcement, long-range search and rescue operations, and humanitarian aid. POLA will allow the United Mexican States to increase the surveillance coverage and protection of their maritime interests beyond the 5 million square kilometers of Mexican jurisdictional waters. The vessel has been delivered in a record time in less than 3 years after contract signing, a result of the close cooperation between all parties involved. The US Navy plans to conduct a crucial hypersonic weapons test in the coming months, said the Secretary of the US Navy, Thomas Modly, in a message to the fleet on February 7. A flight experiment has been scheduled later this fiscal year to demonstrate the effectiveness of the Navy-designed hypersonic glide body. The US Army, Navy, and Air Force are all working on hypersonic weapons, with major shared components.
Army Recognition is appointed as official online show daily news and web TV for DSA 2020, the Defense Services Asia, that will take place in Kuala Lumpur from the 20th to the 23rd of April.
And now for the air sector, Boeing and US Navy successfully controlled unmanned EA-18G Growlers, FCAS Future Combat Air System takes major step forward, and 4 H-160 helicopters for the French Navy search and rescue missions. Boeing and the US Navy successfully flew 2 autonomously controlled EA-18G Growlers at Naval Air Station Patuxent River as unmanned air systems, using a third Growler as a mission controller for the other 2. The flights, conducted during the Navy Warfare Development Command's annual fleet experiment exercise, proved the effectiveness of technology, allowing FA-18 Super Hornets and EA-18G Growler to perform combat missions with unmanned systems. Over the course of 4 flights, 21 demonstration missions were completed. This demonstration allows Boeing and the Navy the opportunity to analyze the data collected and decide where to make investments in future technologies. It could provide synergy with other US Navy unmanned systems in development. It is a force multiplier that enables a single aircrew to control multiple aircraft with a greatly increasing workload. It has the potential to increase survivability as well as situational awareness. The government of France and Germany have awarded Dassault Aviation, Airbus together with their partners Safran, MTU Aero Engines, MBDA and Thales, the initial framework contract which launches the demonstrator phase for the Future Combat Air System. This framework contract covers a first period of 18 months and initiates work on developing the demonstrators and maturing cutting-edge technologies with the ambition to begin flight tests as soon as 2026. Since early 2019, the industrial partners have been working on the future architecture as part of the program's so-called Joint Concept Study. Now, the FCAS programs enters into another decisive phase, with the launch of the demonstrator phase. This phase will, in a first step, focus on the main technological challenges per domains: next-generation fighter, unmanned systems remote, engine, and combat cloud. The French Armament General Directorate is to supply 4 H-160 helicopters for the French Navy for search and rescue missions through a partnership between Airbus Helicopters, Babcock and Safran Helicopters engines. The French Navy will start operating these helicopters in 2022 for a period of 10 years. This interim fleet of H-160s will enable the French Navy to ensure the continuity of these critical missions as the Alouette 3 retires from service and pending the Guépard helicopters' deliveries. Airbus Helicopters and its partners will also be responsible for supporting the fleet with a high level of availability and performance commitments. In addition, French Navy operational feedback will be monitored to benefit the design of the military version of the H-160 and its support system.